All right, so now we're gonna sketch. This is just a two-parter, so this will be a little easier. Okay. What is that first equation, that top equation? What shape would that be?
Identity.
Yep, that's the identity, but it's got a -2 on the end of it, which is going to bring it down 2. So the normal one would go through the origin. This one is coming down 2. So it's going to look like that. Where is it broken? At 0. So your breaking point is right here. This is where we're breaking. So do you notice your purple line hits the breaking line right there? Open or closed? Open. Do I keep the bottom part or the top part? Top. So I get rid of the bottom. There you go. Everybody okay so far? This is a guaranteed test question. Not Tuesday's quiz or Wednesday, whatever day it is, but definitely a test question. All right? Now, this one's a little harder. Does anybody know what y equals 3x looks like? Yeah, you do. You all know what that is. That's a line with a slope of 3. So I'm going to start at 0, 0, and I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, and then maybe down 1, 2, 3, and over 1. So I'm getting this line right here. So that's the line. On your test, I will give you BFFs, not anything random like this.
Is that it?
Well, it's broken at 0, so I got to put a big open circle right there. Should I color that circle in?
Got it.
Yes. And then I got to figure out what part I'm going to erase. Well, this tells me what to keep. So I'm erasing the up part, and that is your picture. Remember what I told you a second ago? The dots are always going to be lined up. Are the dots lined up? One open, one closed, right? And you don't have any graph on top of each other. You got a chunk to the right and a chunk to the left. You'll never have 2 rights or 2 lefts. You have one of each. All right. I think we only have like one more page to go. Yay! So now we're on 1.4. And 1.4 is super simple. This will go fast. Sweet. Make her shut up. I know you're all thinking it. You're just too nice to say it. All right, so there are my functions. There are 3 of them. And one is named F, one is named G, one is named H. Just like you all have different names, the functions have different names. No big deal. The first question says, what is F plus G? In other words, what do I get if I add my F function to my G function? What do you think we get? X squared plus X plus 2. That's what we get. If you add G and F together, that's what you get. That's the final answer. Courtney's thinking, whoa, that's too easy. Yes, it is. That's it, though. That's it. What do you think this means? 2f of x. So 2 times f. What will 2 times f be?
2f. Nah, they're wrong.
Be
2x.
2x plus 2, which will be 2x plus 4. That's it.
You can't just put 2x plus 4?
Yeah, you don't need this step. You can go straight to this one. Sure you can. So 2 times f of x just means multiply f of x times 2. All right, what do you think C is asking me to do? G minus h. What do you think I'm doing there?
X squared plus 2x squared.
So g of x, that's going to be x squared minus, now be careful, it's minus negative 2x plus 5. So that'll become x squared plus 2x minus 5. Because we're subtracting the whole quantity. So think of that as a quantity. We're subtracting it. Okay? Next, we have f of x times g of x. All right, so f of x is x plus 2. Excuse me. And we're multiplying that by x squared.
Unless you have gold.
So wouldn't it just be 2x to the second and then 2x to the second?
Excuse me, no, it's x cubed plus 2x to the second. So you had that part right? So we're going to distribute. So we take x squared times x, which is x to the third, and then x squared times 2, which is 2x squared.
So x squared times x is x to the...
Yep. Because x squared is x times x, and we're going to multiply it by another x.
Yeah, it's not
And then finally, we have f of x divided by g of x, which is x plus 2 divided by x squared. Now, gang, nothing cancels. Nothing cancels.
So couldn't you just bring it up?
Bring what up?
X squared, so it'd be negative x squared plus x. So plus x plus 2.
No, we don't want to do anything to that. That is considered simplified. Don't mess with it. If you made the exponents negative, which is what you have to do to move it around, then you're breaking the rule that says we don't want any negative exponents. So if you moved it up, the first thing you'd have to do is move it back down. So we don't do that. Now, I've tried to keep track of all the answers here. I think I have them all. All right. So the question F is, what is the domain of all of these? So look at this. This is A. What would you say the domain is?
all reals.
Why is the domain all reals? There's no radical and there's no fraction. And if you do not have a radical or a fraction, then your domain's going to be all reals. So what about B?
All reals.
Yeah. What about C? What about D? Now watch it, not here.
1.
This has a fraction, right? And our rule for fractions is the denominator cannot be 0. So x squared can't be 0, which means x can't be 0. X can be anything else, but not 0. Why does that one have that and none of the rest of these do? Because that one has a fraction. Okay? All right, now I'm going to use the same functions, but now I'm going to do something a little bit different. Does anybody remember from last year? The algebra teachers hit this really hard last year, I know. Does anybody remember what we do with this? Anybody want to guess?
Wouldn't you just distribute the F to the G, and then the answer of that would be distributed to 2?
Okay, you're exactly right, but you're not distributing. You're going to take 2 and plug it into G. All right? So what do I get when I plug 2 into my G function? No, put 2 in for X, which is 4. So the answer to this right here, G of 2, is 4. Then, Gabe, you're right. I take that 4 and then plug it into F. So I get my answer to G, and then whatever I get, I plug that into F. So what's F of 4? 6. Perfect. And that's the answer to the question. So when we do this, it's called composition.
How is F of 4 6?
Because when you put 4 in for the
Oh,
X.
I looked at the wrong X, sorry.
So when we do composition, that's what this is called. We do the function closest to the number first. So we put 2 into G, get an answer, and then put that answer into F.
So when we look at it with the brackets, it's always, we put the number in for X.
Whatever is closest. Yep, the number goes in. Whatever function, whatever letter is closest to the number, you put the number in for X in that function, right? Now, don't want you to get confused, but H is exactly the same problem. It is written using the other notations. There are 2 ways to write these problems down. One is like this, where you just have the letters and some brackets. And one is with that little open circle there. This means the same thing. You find G of 2, which is 4, and then you take the 4 and put it into F. So these are 2 ways of writing the exact same problem.
Is that going to be on the quiz or test?
Yeah, this will be on the test.
No, like, as it written as like.
It'll be written both ways, yeah, because you'll see both. This is not on your BFF quiz, though. Yeah. All right, let's try I. Now look at the way I is written. The order matters. It says G of F of 2. Okay? Daz, where are you, dear? Okay, I need you, just like in school, you sit down and you take notes and you pay attention. I need both of you to do that. Thank you. And remember, we do not leave until we're dismissed, and we won't be dismissed till the blessing. All right, so G of F of 2, what do I start with? Take the 2, and where do I put it?
Yeah.
Into F. So what's F of 2? 4. Very good. Now I'm going to take the 4, and I'm going to put it into G. So what do I get when I put 4 into G? 16. That's the answer to the problem. All right, next. We have H of F of negative 1. So where do I start? H of F of negative 1.
4 plus 5.
Are you making up stuff?
So wait a minute.
No.
I'm going with
No.
F.
Wouldn't it be 1?
Yeah.
So
No.
F is
Yeah.
going to give me, if I I put -1 in there, I get 1, right?
I'll give the wrong equation, that's all bad.
And then I take that 1 and put it into H. What do I get when I put 1 into H?
You get 3.
You get 3. Perfect, thank you. Guys, we are almost done with this.
We're good, Miss Foreman, we're moving.
You are good, you are all
Yeah,
over
we're
this
moving.
for sure. All right, now here come all the open circles. Don't let that notation confuse you. You start with the letter closest to the number. Doesn't matter how it's written. This is f of g of h of 1. Do not be confused. Do exactly what you know you're to do. You're to take this 1 and put it where? In the h. For x in the h. So h of 1 is 3. Now we take the 3. That was the h. I did the h. Now I take the 3 and put it into g. So what's g of 3? 9. That's g. Now I take the 9 and put it into f.
-13.
11.
9 plus 2?
11.
11, yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
math,
math.
folks.
And that's our
Oh,
answer.
No.
It's all right. It's Friday afternoon. Okay. 2 more to go. One on this page, one on the next page. So f of g of x.
So,
What's different about this?
we'll have a number.
Don't have a number. So we're going to do the same thing you've been doing, except we don't have a number to put in. We're going to put in an x. So we're going to start by doing g of x. I can't do g of 1 or g of 2 because I don't have a number. What is g of x? Easy. It's right here. What's g of x?
X squared.
X squared. So that's like I put something in and I get 1. Now you take the answer and put it in the next function.
So we put X squared in F.
Exactly.
This is easy.
And what that means, William, is you put it in place of the x, remember?
Yeah.
So
So-
instead of having x plus 2, I'm going to have
X squared.
x squared plus 2. Bingo. That's the answer. Woo.
We're rolling. We're rolling.
I do love math. I think math is wonderful.
Miss Foreman, I've had you in class twice today. That's like a miracle.
How lucky are we to have shared that time together? Mrs. Wheeler is a much braver teacher than me. I would never take you guys outside, but that was nice. All right, h of f of x, last one. This is the last one because we've already done number 2, remember, on Mission Monday? So, and our test is only over 1.4, or up to 1.4. So, we're done with our notes after we do this problem. So here we go. F of x equals.
So
Dave,
you put the, go ahead.
Dave, is your hand up?
-2 parentheses. Oh no, you would
Yes.
just be
You're right. -2 parenthesis.
x plus 2
Yep.
and parentheses plus 5.
You're wonderful. Gabe said, look, this says take the f function, which is x plus 2, and put it in for the x in the h function. Take f and put it into h.
Oh,
So h is -2, then x plus 2, and then plus 5. So this says take f and plug it into h,
okay.
okay? So our final answer, let's do the distributive.
-2 plus
got the distributive, and then added them up, so I got negative 2x plus 1.
What's our answer?
That's your answer. Okay? So now what I want to do, that's kind of fun. I want you to, let's see, we've got 2 on screen, so you 2 are going to be a team. All right, so talk to each other. And you 3 are going to be a team. Isaac and Courtney will be a team, and Catherine and Dave will be a team, okay? All right. One person on the team get out a piece of paper. I'm going to give you a problem like this to do. You don't have, you and your partner, between you and your partner, you'll figure this out. Just don't get too close to each other and don't breathe on each other, okay? So you guys are going to talk to each other and get this problem done, okay?
Wait, which problem?
All right, what? I'm going to give it to you. You don't have it yet. Yep.
Can I sit up there by the?
Yep.
You got 15 minutes.
Then we'll have to clean both desks, Katie, so remind me, we'll clean both desks. Hurry up, but you got to get back here if you want to get these points. So sign out.
Let's get it. Well, we get points for this?
Yeah.
Alright, so that was big time, right?
It's serious, man.
It's a D.
I don't know.
I'll just try one.
Right away, okay. So each group, you need to put your names on, the whole group name on the paper. So we only need one paper from each group, but you need your names on it, okay? You guys don't worry about that, I'll get your papers. So put your names on here, okay? Now, to keep it simple, I'm gonna use the same functions that we've been practicing with. So we're gonna use these same ones, okay? All right, so there they are. And you have 2 questions. Now don't talk too loud because you want to get the answers away to each other. But here are your 2 questions. All right?
You know what?
Here they are. So there's the first question. And then the second one is,
I don't know what you're doing. I know how you do it. I'm choking.
all right, so you guys can talk to each other if you want.
Dude, this pencil's Bro, that's why I said 9.
Isaac, are you helping?
Yeah.
We already
Oh, you already got it. Yeah, already talked about it. Okay.
9. I put 9. Oh, no. Right? Yeah, that's not funny.
Are you done?
I don't know why.
You done?
Oh, we didn't get to we slow.
Oh, yeah, we got to do number 1 and number 2. You guys are done completely?
Ask him to hold it in.
Oh, is this gonna be a race?
You know.
No, it's not a race. I hated board races when I was a kid, so I never do board races. However, when you're the first one done, you get a chance to do corrections. Perfect paper.
That doesn't make any sense.
So Dave and Catherine are already done, they got perfect paper. Was that a team effort?
I don't know.
She did 1, I did 2, and then I
And
did
you-
1.
Alright, we done this for.
All right, let's see if you got them
Oh,
right.
yeah, it is.
No, I don't
Hey,
think
we're
I did.
done.
Isaac?
Come on, Isaac.
You need real estate. The folks are getting bashed.
Well, we need to trust Isaac because they got it right too. Good job. Okay, no pressure, guys.
I
but
hope
so
we
far
got
we're
this
4
right,
for
but I don't
4.
know.
Well, since y'all 3 in the group, that's probably.
What do we miss?
last problem, I'll give you a chance to review yourself. Make sure you're doing it the
How
right
do you
order.
get the 10 points?
Because remember, this means you plug this into this. I think you did the other one.
Right, I don't think
That's only 1 point.
Right.
Nah, that's what I mean. Actually, what's on what?
So what are these points for, Ms. Ford?
They're gonna be quiz grade.
Oh, so it's not gonna be added on to the quiz? It's just gonna be a normal quiz?
It's gonna be an extra grade you have to help your grade. That the other classes probably won't get.
Don't forget our names.
We should do
I
this
got
more
the
often.
papers right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys have answers yet?
No, wait, she just said.
You two wanna share an answer with me? No. No. We need to talk about that.
Over there.
Did you, so is that the only one you got so far? Okay, so number one has, okay, alright. As soon as these guys are done, I'll do this. I'm not gonna give you guys a bad grade, but you're not gonna get, the good grade. I'm not gonna give you a grade for this, okay? Because you're off base a little bit, we need to talk about it. Okay, you guys done?
Yeah.
Alright. You guys, they got it right, let's see who got it right. I think that's right. Yes, you got it now. Okay, so you guys all, nobody's dismissed, everybody's here, but you can work on something else while I go through the quiz with these guys, okay? Because they have a little confusion. Okay, hurry up and sign out. Okay, boys on screen, this problem says, step 1 is plug 3 into G. So if I come over here to my G function, and I put a 3 in for the x, I get 3 squared, which is 9. So this right here equals 9. Remember, when we plug something into a function, it goes in for x. So G of 3 will be 3 squared. So this part is a 9. So now I take that 9, this is 9, and I plug the 9 into H. So plug it right here. So I'm going to have negative 2 times 9 plus 5. So my answer is negative 13. That's the answer to the first question. When you have a number that you're putting in, the answer will be a number. There should never be any x's when you start with a number. Now, this one will have x's because I'm starting with an x. So this says take h of x. H of x is this right here. That's h of x. Take that and plug it into f. So remember, when we plug in to the x spot. So this is going to get plugged in right here. So I'm going to have negative 2x plus 5 plus 2. So that's negative 2x plus 7. Okay? Now, we have enough time. Do you guys want to try another one? Did that help straighten you out a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, so try this then for me. We use the same functions. Let's do g of f of 4. And then we'll do h of f. I'll use the other notation. You can compare answers if you want.
we come for game tonight?
When everybody hears
Oh, I heard students this week they brought their IDs to school.
No, but last week, did I tell you? One of the same ex people didn't use both of his tickets, so he told me to give it to the next person who came that needed a ticket, and it was Isaac Michael, so Isaac got in, even though he didn't have a ticket, because he could use the same ex ticket.
Man, that would suck. You would have got it. 36. Sorry about that.
Is that what you both got? 36, and then, all right, guys, let's check and see if they got it right. Is this the right answer? G of F of 4. F of 4 is 6, and G of 6 is 36. Perfect, correct. F of X is going into H of X. So that's what you guys did first, William and Vincent. Negative 2x, or negative 2 times x plus 2 plus 5. Yep, you both got it right. Good job. Gotta hang on for the blessing. Do not leave. You got it right, though.
Let's go.
Yep, do not leave until I dismiss you. You have the blessing. Good luck in your game.